How's it going, folks? It is Matt back with another DigiByte video. I got a lot of news to cover today and not a lot of time to cover it, so I'm going to move through today's information fairly quickly. I got a brand new exchange listing that brings with it a new fiat pair for DigiByte. We're going to talk about the socialsend.net. They have integrated DigiByte, and we'll talk about what they are coming up in just a couple minutes. I also have some news to cover surrounding Binance. Some of you may have seen some of the conversations that took place on Twitter over the weekend. If not, I'm going to talk about that a little bit in this video, and then I will end it sharing a portion of this interview between Darren from CoinRivet and Brian Foote, the CEO of Block30Labs. I'm just going to show about a minute and a half section of one of Brian's answers where he talks about how he kind of first met Jared Tate and then ultimately kind of what helped him choose the DigiByte blockchain to build Block30Labs on top of. I just found it super interesting. I'll also provide a link to this entire interview in my description so that you can watch it. It's a little over 14 minutes long and worth every minute. As always, this video is brought to you by ChangeAngel.io, the swap exchange for social good. So, first bit of news is this new exchange listing for DigiByte. This is Bitci. It's a Turkish exchange. I cannot read any of this tweet as it is in the Turkish language. But DigiByte has been added. I have visited the website, Bitci.com, and again, it's all in Turkish, so I can't really read anything on the website, but I can see here that DigiByte is up 12.69% on this exchange, so yeah, good for them. And being on this exchange, they are paired with the Turkish lira. So getting into the Social Send coin, they're saying that we are proud to announce that DigiByte coin has been integrated on Social Send platform along with an inbuilt exchange. Happy social sending. So what exactly is it? I've clicked on their Twitter profile, looked through it a little bit, and then I ultimately clicked on the website socialsend.net, which took me here. At the home page, you have the option to either register or log in, and they do have a one-minute video for you to watch that kind of breaks down what the project is. So basically, I'm not going to play the video for you, but basically you integrate your social media site into their platform. Once you do that, your friends lists are populated into the platform and they become sort of like a contact list. So then basically from there, you just select which friend you want to send money to and then send the amount of cryptocurrency that you want to them. And DigiByte being integrated, so that means you could now tip your friends on social media using DigiByte. I thought it was a cool concept and definitely glad to be integrated into it. I haven't done a whole lot of research aside from watching this 1-minute video here, so before you just jump in and start making accounts on things, be sure to do your own research. So talking about sending and spending cryptocurrency, we already know, I already covered it, that DigiByte has been integrated into the Spend app. I've actually already ordered my Spend credit card and I am just waiting on that to come in the mail. But the other day, I think it was 2 days ago, maybe 1 day ago. Anyway, they released this commercial for the Spend application. I just thought it was a very well put together commercial, almost like something that you would see on TV. I did not ask permission to show this full video, so I won't do it in my video, but I'll provide a link to this in the description so you guys can check out the new Spend commercial. So getting into the Binance news that was happening over the weekend. If you've seen it on Twitter, you possibly read an article about it as well. I believe Hacked wrote an article about it over the weekend, and it was stemming from this tweet, but there were multiple other tweets out there, including from Jared Tate himself. But this is a tweet from the DigiByte awareness team saying the DGB BNB Peace Pact. To whom it may concern, we all believe in a new way of thought. We are all brave pioneers in a space that is yet to be defined by any one human being. In this world, the majority prevail by working together and overcoming the perils of past quibbles. So this is talking about the kind of falling out that DigiByte had with Binance sometime last year. It was definitely a ugly mess, and we are looking to move forward and forge new relationships and start going down a new path from here. Now, the Peace Pact, there's no official signed document, there's no official handshake, and as the Hacked article kind of pointed out, it's kind of the DigiByte team extending the olive branch calling it a truce, basically. The DigiByte awareness team has evolved and matured so much over the past year. A case in point of that being how we are working with the Litecoin community, the Litecoin Foundation. It's just been a positive movement over the past couple months, and we really want to keep that going, keep the positivity going, because it makes the entire space stronger. It makes it more legitimate looking from the outside looking in if we are all working together to drive the adoption of cryptocurrency, because that's what we're all here for in the first place. When people are arguing with each other, if people are bashing each other all the time, it's kind of scary to see. As a newcomer to the space or as a new investor, you see all of these negative things being said. It kind of deters you away from the space as a whole. So just the DigiByte community, again, is just moving toward a more positive environment. We're looking to build new relationships. This was actually a video created by DigiAite, a core member of the DigiByte awareness team, sharing the same sentiment as this tweet here, basically just starting over and moving on into the future from here. So getting into this interview between Darren and Brian Foote from Block30Labs. Again, I just said I'm going to play this minute and a half-ish long section of Brian's answer, and I'll talk about it a little bit after we play it.
The United States and globally. So I met Jared there. We were hanging out in the speakers lounge upstairs, and I had watched his videos, and I almost thought he was a little too good to be true, in the sense that he is a no spin zone guy, and that's just so rare for crypto, especially even just a year ago that was very rare. And he said, hey, let's go for a beer out in town. And we ended up back in front of the whiteboard until 7 or 8 in the morning, just talking shop and the ideas I was working on and the things he had worked on and was working on. And there's a guy that just kind of says what he's going to do and does it. And it's so rare for the space. And so I have a huge amount of respect for him and what he's done. And he's become a friend and also a trusted advisor on the underlyings of the tech that we use. The second part of that answer is a broader, more global one, which is that the DigiByte community itself is extremely passionate about the space. What happens when you see true decentralized projects is that there aren't folks that have, huge whale wallets sitting around that can move the market or influence some of the master exchanges that are right now bottlenecking the space. I think DigiByte has a second life to go as the market starts to broaden out in terms of the access that folks have to investing in this stuff. So once you start going into a Fidelity or a NASDAQ or others that start to list some of these higher quality, higher performance assets, and people start looking under the hood at the performance of the technology, including fees and transaction speeds, I think they'll see that DigiByte has something to offer there.
So there you have it. That was the little snippet of the interview I wanted to play. Again, there'll be a link in the description for the entire interview. It's worth the watch 100%. But I just found it super interesting toward the end there, where he was talking about, if DigiByte were to get listed on a Fidelity or a Backed or these other new, very large exchanges that are coming very soon, it's going to open up new doors. And for the reasons, like he was saying, is when people start looking under the hood, as I've said before, the blockchain itself is the most important part. Yes, DigiByte has a disadvantage for not being a company, not being an ICO, not having a well-funded marketing team, but in the end, it's going to come down to which blockchains are the best. And I've said it before, and I'll say it now. When mass adoption truly happens, when 10%, 20% plus of the world's population is using blockchain technology, it's going to take the best blockchains. It's going to take the most scalable. It's going to take the fastest, and it's going to take the cheapest blockchains to use that will actually succeed. Because if a project can't scale, then 10% of the world can't use it. So therefore, that project is kind of useless in my mind. So it was just interesting to hear Brian have the similar thought process, I guess, where he's looking at the underlying blockchain. That's what makes everything possible, and that is why I am a huge believer in the future of DigiByte, because the blockchain itself is one of the most superior in the market. So that will wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to get notifications, like it, share it, leave a comment, and if you enjoy this video, if you enjoy my channel, and if you want to help out, feel free to send a little bit of DigiByte to this QR code.